Did you know the average American homestead loses nearly $2,000 every single year? That's according to the latest USDA data. But here's what shocked me when I dug deeper into the numbers. The farmers making real money aren't growing what you think they're growing. They're focusing on specialty crops that most people have never heard of. Crops that can generate more profit per square foot than traditional farming could ever dream of. Today, I'm revealing 12 crops that can transform any homestead into a profit machine. Crops that work smarter, not harder. We're going to reveal what agricultural economists call the layered wealth system, a strategy that maximizes profits by combining quick-yielding crops with long-term investments. These aren't your typical corn and soybean operations. We're talking about crops where a single pound can sell for more than most farmers make per acre. Some of these crops are ready to harvest in just 30 days. Others take years to mature, but can generate six-figure incomes from less than an acre. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why smart farmers are abandoning traditional crops and how this layered approach is creating agricultural millionaires across America. We'll start with the fastest-growing, quickest profit crops and work our way up to the long-term wealth builders that create generational income. The layered wealth system. Layer 1. Fast cash crops. Let's start with the crops that generate immediate income, the foundation that funds everything else in this system. Crop number 12. Tokyo turnips. Number 12 might surprise you. Tokyo turnips. These aren't the bitter purple turnips you might remember. Tokyo turnips are white, sweet, and completely different from traditional varieties. What makes them incredibly profitable is their speed. These turnips are ready to harvest in just 30 days, faster than almost any other crop you can grow. Restaurant chefs pay $6 per pound because they have a mild, sweet flavor that can be eaten raw, like apples. A 25-foot bed can yield 50 to 70 pounds, generating $300 to $420 in profit. But here's the beautiful part. You can harvest them at any size. Whether they're quarter-sized or baseball-sized, they taste exactly the same, so you never lose a crop to timing issues. The entire plant is marketable too. The greens sell separately for $3 per bunch, and many chefs prefer to buy the turnips with greens attached. This zero-waste approach maximizes your profit from every square foot. With succession planting every 2 weeks from spring through fall, you can have continuous harvests and steady income throughout the growing season. The profit potential per acre equivalent reaches over $13,000 annually. Crop number 11. Microgreens. Number 11 represents one of the most profitable crops per square foot in all of agriculture. Microgreens. These tiny plants are harvested when they're just 1 to 3 inches tall, usually within 7 to 21 days of planting. The profit margins are staggering. A single growing tray that costs $2 in seeds and supplies can sell for $50 to $80 wholesale. That's a markup of 2,500 to 4,000%. Numbers that would make any business owner jealous. The space requirements are minimal compared to traditional farming. A 10 by 20 foot room can generate $40,000 to $60,000 annually. These crops grow hydroponically on growing mats, so there's no soil needed, no weather concerns, and no seasonal limitations. What's driving the incredible demand is nutrition. Microgreens contain 4 to 40 times more nutrients than their mature counterparts. A tiny radish microgreen has more vitamin C than a full-grown radish. Health-conscious consumers and high-end restaurants pay $25 to $40 per pound for this concentrated nutrition. The market size tells the story. The global microgreens market was valued at $2.59 billion in 2022 and is projected to reach $6.12 billion by 2030. That's an annual growth rate of nearly 12%. Crop number 10. Arugula. Number 10 is Arugula, a peppery green that commands premium prices in today's market. This crop grows in just 35 days and sells for $8 to $10 per pound wholesale. What makes arugula particularly profitable is its ability to provide multiple harvests from a single planting. You can get 3 cuts from each bed, with the first cut typically yielding the highest quality and price. A 50-foot bed averages 60 pounds total, generating about $600 in revenue. Arugula has earned a 5-star crop value rating from agricultural analysts because it meets all the criteria for profitability: high demand, quick turnaround, excellent yield per square foot, premium pricing, and extended growing seasons. The restaurant market drives much of the demand. Chefs pay premium prices for fresh arugula because it tastes completely different from the bitter, wilted product found in grocery stores. The peppery, nutty flavor adds complexity to salads and dishes that mass-produced greens simply can't match. Direct seeding makes arugula even more attractive from a labor perspective. There's no transplanting required, no greenhouse space needed, and minimal equipment investment. Plant it every 10 days and you'll have continuous harvests from spring through fall. Crop number 9, Salanova lettuce. Number 9 is the crop that has revolutionized modern market gardening: Salanova lettuce. This isn't regular lettuce. It's specifically bred to provide multiple harvests from a single planting while maintaining premium quality. The profit numbers are impressive. One documented Vermont farmer generated $77,180 profit per acre growing primarily Salanova lettuce. Each 50-foot bed produces an average of 120 pounds over 3 cuts, selling for $7.50 to $15 per pound. Most commercial market gardens rely on Salanova as their cornerstone revenue crop because of its reliability and profitability. The first cut might yield 50 pounds, the second cut 40 pounds, and the third cut 30 pounds, but the quality remains consistently high throughout. The key to Salanova's profitability lies in its superior shelf life and appearance compared to standard lettuce varieties. Customers immediately notice the difference in freshness and flavor compared to lettuce that's been shipped thousands of miles. With proper succession planting and multiple crops per season, Salanova can generate revenues exceeding $100,000 per acre in optimal conditions. The profit margins typically range from 60 to 70% when sold direct to consumers or restaurants. Crop number 8, spinach. Number 8 is spinach, a crop that agricultural economists call the reliability crop because of its consistent performance and steady demand. Spinach produces 70 pounds per 50-foot bed and sells for $8 per pound, generating about $560 per bed. What makes spinach particularly valuable is its versatility in the marketplace. Baby spinach leaves command premium prices as salad greens, while mature leaves sell to families who cook with them. This flexibility means you never lose money due to timing. You simply adjust your marketing approach. Spinach thrives in cool weather when many other crops struggle, making it perfect for extending your growing season. Plant it in October and you can get up to 6 harvests through spring. The cold weather actually improves the flavor as the plant produces more sugars to protect itself from freezing. The nutritional profile drives consistent demand. Spinach is packed with iron, vitamins, and antioxidants that health-conscious consumers actively seek. Unlike trendy superfoods that come and go, spinach has maintained steady demand for decades. From a production standpoint, spinach is relatively low maintenance once established. It's ready to harvest in 35 to 60 days depending on the season, and the multiple cut capability means you're maximizing the value from every square foot of growing space. Layer 2. Medium-term income. Now we move to crops that require more patience but reward you with higher profits and longer harvest windows. These crops build your foundation while the fast crops pay the bills. Crop number 7, specialty mushrooms. Number 7 represents a completely different approach to farming: specialty mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms, shiitake, and lion's mane varieties sell for $12 to $20 per pound, compared to regular button mushrooms at $3 to $4 per pound. The space efficiency is remarkable. Oyster mushrooms can produce 25 pounds per square foot annually, and they can be harvested monthly once production begins. A 10 by 10 foot growing room can generate $15,000 per year. That's $150 per square foot. What makes mushroom farming particularly attractive is that it doesn't compete with traditional agriculture for resources. Mushrooms grow on waste products like sawdust, straw, and agricultural byproducts that other farmers pay to dispose of. You're literally converting waste into premium food products. The startup costs are reasonable compared to other agricultural ventures. You can begin with a $5,000 to $20,000 investment and scale up as your operation grows. No massive tractors, no expensive irrigation systems, just controlled environment and proper knowledge. The market demand continues to explode as Americans discover what the rest of the world has known for centuries. Mushrooms are both medicine and food. The gourmet mushroom market is growing at double-digit rates annually, driven by restaurants and health-conscious consumers. Crop number 6, specialty garlic. Number 6 brings us to specialty garlic, not the bland imported bulbs from grocery stores, but heirloom hardneck varieties that sell for $15 to $25 per pound. German extra hardy, music, and purple stripe varieties offer complex flavors that commercial garlic simply can't match. The profit potential is substantial. A single acre of specialty garlic can yield 8,000 to 12,000 pounds. At $15 per pound wholesale, that's $120,000 to $180,000 per acre, compared to maybe $600 per acre for soybeans. Storage capability adds another profit dimension. Properly cured hardneck garlic stores for 8 to 10 months, allowing you to sell throughout the year when prices are highest. Plant in fall, harvest in summer, sell through the following spring. Perfect cash flow timing. The American market advantage is significant. We import 80% of our garlic, but chefs and home cooks increasingly pay premium prices for fresh, locally grown varieties with superior flavor and longer storage life. You're not competing with mass-produced imports on price. You're competing on quality and freshness. Specialty garlic also produces scapes, the flower stalks that sell for $8 to $12 per pound as a gourmet vegetable. This secondary income stream can add thousands of dollars per acre to your total revenue. Layer 3. Long-term wealth building. Now we reach the crops that build generational wealth. These require patience and initial investment, but they create passive income streams that can last decades. Crop number 5. Goji berries. Number 5 takes us into the superfood market with goji berries. These small red berries sell for $20 to $40 per pound because they're packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and compounds that research suggests may have anti-aging properties. A mature goji berry plant produces about $200 worth of berries annually. With 400 plants per acre, you're looking at $80,000 per year from a crop that produces for 20-plus years. The initial investment pays for itself within 3 to 4 years, then generates pure profit for decades. The health and wellness market drives consistent demand. Americans spent over $40 billion on immune support supplements last year, and goji berries are positioned perfectly in this growing market. Unlike synthetic supplements, goji berries offer natural nutrition that consumers trust. Goji berries are also remarkably hardy once established. They tolerate both cold winters and hot summers, require minimal irrigation once mature, and actually improve with age. The bushes become more productive as they mature, with some plants producing for 30 years or more. The challenge is the 3-year wait for full production and the labor-intensive harvest process. The berries must be hand-picked, and the bushes have thorns that require careful handling. However, the profit margins justify the effort, especially when you consider the long-term income potential. Crop number 4. Bamboo. Number 4 might surprise you. Bamboo. The global bamboo market is worth over $60 billion and growing at 5% annually. Construction companies use it for flooring, furniture makers for cabinets, and textile companies for clothing. Bamboo's growth rate is legendary. Some varieties can grow 3 feet in a single day. That's not an exaggeration. It's the fastest growing woody plant on Earth, which translates directly into profit potential. What makes bamboo a farmer's dream is its perennial nature. Harvest it, and it grows back from the same root system. No replanting costs, no annual seed expenses, no soil preparation. Plant once, harvest for 50 to 80 years from the same investment. Mature bamboo plants sell for $30 to $50 each wholesale. A single acre can hold 200 to 300 plants, generating $6,000 to $15,000 per acre annually. A quarter-acre bamboo nursery can produce $80,000 in annual revenue once established. The environmental angle adds marketing value. Bamboo produces 35% more oxygen than trees and absorbs more carbon dioxide. In today's climate-conscious market, that's not just good farming. It's good marketing that commands premium prices. Crop number 3, lavender. Number 3 is lavender, a crop that creates multiple income streams from a single planting. Fresh lavender bundles sell for $8 to $12 each at farmers markets. Dried lavender commands $16 to $20 per pound. Lavender essential oil sells for $100 to $200 per ounce. A mature lavender field can produce 1,000 to 1,500 pounds of dried flowers per acre. At wholesale prices of $6 to $10 per pound, that's $6,000 to $15,000 per acre annually, just from the raw flowers. But the real profit comes from value-added products and agritourism. Lavender farms have become destination businesses where people pay $15 to $25 just to walk through the fields and take photos. Wedding venues charge thousands for lavender field ceremonies. The global lavender oil market is projected to reach $3.2 billion by 2032, driven by demand for natural aromatherapy, skincare, and wellness products. Lavender farms that process their own oil and create finished products can triple their per-acre revenue. Lavender is also incredibly low maintenance once established. It's drought-tolerant, deer-resistant, and actually thrives in poor soil conditions. The perennial nature means you plant once and harvest for 15 to 20 years, making it an ideal passive income crop. Crop number 2, ginseng. Number 2 is ginseng, the ultimate patience crop that delivers extraordinary returns. American ginseng is one of the few agricultural products where Made in America commands premium prices in international markets. Ginseng takes 5 to 7 years to mature, but the financial rewards justify the wait. Wild simulated ginseng grown in forest conditions sells for $300 to $800 per pound. A single acre of mature ginseng can produce 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of dried root. At current market prices, that's $300,000 to $1,600,000 per acre. Even accounting for the time investment, that represents generational wealth from a single crop. What makes American ginseng so valuable is that Asian markets consider it superior to Asian-grown varieties. They believe American soil and climate produce more potent medicinal roots, driving consistent premium pricing. The beauty of ginseng farming is that it works with existing woodland. You don't need to clear forest. You plant under existing timber. The trees provide necessary shade, while the ginseng provides income, essentially double cropping your land. Small-scale forest cultivation can be accomplished with minimal cost using natural forest cover. Buyers actually prefer this wild simulated ginseng and pay premium prices for it over field-grown varieties. Crop number 1, saffron. Number 1 is the most valuable crop in the world, saffron. This spice sells for $5,000 to $10,000 per pound, making it literally worth more than gold by weight. Saffron comes from the stigmas of crocus flowers. Each flower produces just 3 stigmas, and they must be hand-harvested during a brief window each fall. It takes 75,000 flowers to produce 1 pound of saffron, which explains the extraordinary price. The profit potential is mind-blowing. A quarter acre of saffron can produce 10 to 15 pounds annually at peak production. At $5,000 per pound, that's $50,000 to $75,000 from a quarter acre, equivalent to $200,000 to $300,000 per acre. Peak production data from successful operations shows even higher potential. One documented case in Nepal produced 4 kilograms of dried saffron annually, generating over $1 million in revenue. While that's exceptional, it demonstrates the upper limits of what's possible. The American market opportunity is enormous. We import 100% of our saffron, spending over $300 million annually. Every pound grown domestically replaces expensive imports while commanding premium prices for freshness and quality. The initial investment is substantial. Saffron corms cost about $15 each, and you need $60,000 per acre. However, the bulbs multiply naturally, so after the first year, you're essentially farming for free while the bulbs continue reproducing and expanding your operation. The layered wealth strategy. The genius of this system lies in how these crops work together. Fast crops like Tokyo turnips and microgreens generate immediate cash flow within 30 days. This money funds the infrastructure and initial investment for medium-term crops like specialty mushrooms and garlic. While those medium-term crops are establishing themselves, you plant your long-term wealth builders: goji berries, bamboo, lavender, ginseng, and saffron. By year 3, your perennial crops begin generating significant income while requiring less daily labor. The financial progression is powerful. Year 1 focuses on fast crops that can generate $20,000 to $30,000 from a small operation. Year 2 adds medium-term crops that can double or triple that income. By year 3 and beyond, the long-term crops create passive income streams that can reach 6 figures annually. This layered approach also provides risk management. If one crop fails or market conditions change, you have multiple income streams protecting your operation. The diversity ensures that something is always producing income while something else is growing toward future profits. The most successful operations combine all 3 layers, using the predictable income from fast and medium-term crops to fund the patient capital required for the high-value, long-term crops that create true wealth. From 30-day turnips to 6-year saffron, you've just seen how smart farmers think decades ahead while earning money today. The layered wealth system isn't just about crops. It's about building a future where your land works for you instead of against you. That vision starts with a single seed and a decision to think differently about farming. Hit subscribe and join the farmers who refuse to accept that agriculture can't be profitable. Your $1 million homestead is waiting. It just needs the right crops to unlock it.